Oh, look, you look good, baby.
You're so silly.
What do you mean I'm silly? Just because I'm saying the truth? Doesn't she look good? This girl looks good. She's got mane already.
All right. It's good going.
Some Starbucks.
So today is Cafecito Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday
Hi,
Cafecito.
Instagram. We are coming at you noon our time.
Yeah, Arizona time every Thursday. Thursday Cafecito. She looks so much taller than me, huh? She's taller than me, but not this much taller.
I'm
Come
not
on.
taller than
I think I just have a low chair.
We're actually the same height.
I feel
which
little.
is funny.
Yeah. So, guys, today is Thursday Cafecito. Welcome. Come on, start joining in. Be part of the fun. It's super rad to be here because we talk about being in a relationship and how you overcome challenges and how you go beyond the place you started.
Do we do that?
Yeah.
Go live with Kelly?
Oh, no, this is something else.
Oh.
So, yeah, guys, today's Thursday Cafecito. Get your pen and paper if you guys want to take some notes. We're going to talk to you about keeping your hustle and staying in the same page with your partner, right?
Today was same page.
Today's definitely same page. What are we talking about today? Bam, hit them.
Well, our talk today is based on multiple talks that we've had over the years working together. And I read this quote that said, "Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution," which was said by Einstein. And we were talking about how when you work with a partner, or you're contemplating working with your spouse or a partner or best friend, people will say it'll ruin your relationship. Nobody wants to be around each other that much time.
People say that, huh? People come up with those things.
And so on and so forth. And I think that I think that everybody gets tired of everyone at some point.
What? You broke my heart.
No, because we all have bad days, right? Like we all have low energy days or whatever.
I'm never tired of you, baby.
Oh, I like that. I'm never tired of you either. But that shouldn't be the fear that keeps you from doing something like that. I think more important than who the person is in relationship to you, it's their mindset. Are they negative people? And so that's what we were talking about. Is that how the reality is that it's not you working with your partner, but it would be difficult to work with a negative partner or negative spouse.
That would be hell.
Somebody who's not traveling the same path as you, somebody who doesn't want the same things, someone who's resistant to what you're working on. Right. That would be where the difficulty would set in.
Yeah, I mean, because it really, as you and I have talked about many, many times, it really comes down to being positive before anything. You have to be positive. You can't even, it's like having all the faculties with you and not wanting to go somewhere. Yes. It's like having the boat, having the power, the people, and then having a shitty general taking you to, I don't know, to conquer the island or whatever, you know? Right. So it comes first to being positive. And when you're working with someone who is, there's no such thing as negative people and positive people. I don't think it's that. I think people go through cycles, and in their life, if they're not careful, they keep repeating the same thing. It doesn't mean they're negative. They have all the faculties to be positive, but keep making the same mistakes, right? Because they don't keep their stuff in check. I know I've been there, and this didn't allow me to move forward, and it made her work very difficult. You know, it made her work very difficult. It made, the whole idea of I'm going to rant today, or I'm going to decide to be upset today, and that kind of thing. It makes it. What you're really doing is that you're telling the other person, here, drag me. I'm not going to walk there.
Yeah. Carry me, please.
Carry me, please.
I don't want to carry the load with you. Yeah. So you got to carry the load and me. Totally.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's how we behave when we are not in a positive attitude. And that's what Einstein, I believe, I hope I can say, Einstein meant, And
I think a lot of times people look at positivity as a thing that that you're happy all the time. And I don't think that necessarily positivity means that you're happy all the time. Positivity is more seeing the opportunity instead of the stopper. Right? Yeah. It's having a different perspective. And so I think once we start working with that and saying, okay, I'm not a negative person, I can be positive because it's just seeing the opportunity or seeing the possibility as opposed to seeing all the negatives stacked up against me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. Dee says, hi, so wish I could stay. We'll watch what I missed, though.
Oh, yay, yes.
It's going to be on the Insta
It'll be
story.
On the live, on the Insta story and then on YouTube.
I'll probably put it on YouTube. I don't know when I'm going to put it, so stay if you can. Check this out.
Okay, sorry. What's not going on YouTube?
Big canvas over here. Big canvas. But staying in the positive thing. Huh? I love that big canvas right here.
Yeah, you're going rogue.
Staying in the positive thing, guys. What I believe also what happens is that when one of the person is really positive and the other person hasn't made a commitment to be positive, they're just kind of showing up. They're like, I'm doing the work, man. What do you want? You know, they're just kind of showing up. You're also being negative. Like being positive is being upbeat. Right?
Uh-huh.
You're not always going to be happy. But you can choose to be enthusiastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, because the workload is heavy.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, this is what I constantly point to as well. Thank you, Callie. I'm glad that you liked that point that we made. I think too, people tie positivity with feeling. That's why I was saying happiness, because really feelings are fleeting.
Right.
And they change from moment to moment. But if you have a positive mindset, it just really means that you're able to see opportunity. You're able to see possibility. You're able to see the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Yeah.
Because we're not always in that elevated, happy state. Like happiness is a very elevated, excited state.
Or you can be happy and not necessarily be positive. Like you can be like, yay, but not necessarily, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Not necessarily
it's a mindset,
because it's just a mind thing.
Right, where like happiness is a feeling, like you're happy for that moment.
Yeah.
And so I think that's when you have to really talk to each other and be honest with each other as partners. Whether it's a working partner, a romantic partner, friendships, siblings, parents, where you're just like, hey, we're working together on this project. It's not about feeling. Let's talk about our mindset. Let's talk about the journey. Where do we want to go? Where do we want to see this go?
Yeah.
And dream a little together, because I think dreaming together changes the mindset, right? It allows for
positive outlook.
Shift. Yeah, it allows for a shift.
Yeah. I love that. Look at you, you're so on point.
I had my coffee today. That's why.
That. I'm barely having my coffee. Yeah, guys. And if you're working with someone who's not positive, and don't use this as an excuse to be like, oh man, I wish my husband or my wife was positive. It's
give them a chance.
Give them a chance, and you might be surprised. It might just very well be you, the one who's negative, and they might be feeding off of it.
Or even like if you're working with a gallery, let's say like a person, like a point person in a gallery, or in some people sell their work in boutiques and stuff. I know we would hang, or restaurants or whatever.
Right.
And the point person is like your no person. They're the negative to that opportunity.
Like the gatekeeper, you mean?
Yeah, like a gatekeeper or someone that's like, or helping you organize a sales event or a sales opportunity for you to show and sell your artwork.
Yeah.
You know, when they, have practiced some positive spins on something that can be told to you over and over again, and then sell it to them that way. It's a good practice for you to force yourself to stay in that positive mindset. If you create opportunity sales points to someone who might be stopping you along the process.
Yeah.
And it forces you to kind of open that dialogue. I'm trying to think of examples of where a gatekeeper would be like, no, we can't do that, or slow down a sale.
Well, because they don't know what they're doing. So we have plenty of examples when we've gone.
I know, but I'm trying to think about a verbal example where you could think of a response, like a positive response to flip it back.
Well, sometimes it's verbal and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just understanding. Oh, okay. Well, this person is having a hard time with opportunity.
Right, they're not seeing it.
So what I'm going to do is that you may have to push yourself a little bit, guys. And this doesn't mean that you have to be negative or you have to be.
You actually had this experience the other day where you wanted to buy something and they talked their way out of it, right?
Guys, Sonic, our dog is like fighting with a puppet.
His stuffy.
Yeah. So guys, this is one of the craziest thing, right? This happens to me a lot. I go and I try to purchase something, a service, or I try to purchase some canvases too, not long ago.
Yeah.
And the person was like, well, blah, blah. And this is not about the money exchange or anything. They were just literally walking themselves out of some cash.
Right, the opportunity to sell it.
And the opportunity to continue to sell to me also. Some of the people that have helped me.
Yeah.
The opportunity to continue. They're like, well, yeah, I love that. Yeah, but blah, blah, blah. I may be sick that day, you know?
Yeah.
Or I may be busy that day. Like, you know, like stuff, I don't know. Just walking themselves out of the opportunity. I think that we tend to do that when we don't see it. I think everybody at one point or another tends to do that. And you have to be able to step out of yourself and say, you know what, this is not about me. This is about the unity. Whether you're working with your partner, the unity between you and your partner, or the unity of you and the collector. This is not just about me. This is going to benefit all of us.
Right.
You know, it's going to benefit all of us. So you get out of yourself and you start looking at things through different eyes, through fresh eyes, and start looking at things not just from your point of view, but from other people's point of view. That's how I believe you can start catching.
And not only that, but then it'll force you to elevate your perception of how you see your opportunities. And it'll force the other person to elevate or to move into a different space.
Totally.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, tell us a little bit about yourself, guys. We'd love to hear if you guys work with a partner. Do you guys work by yourselves? Do you some of you are artists, some of you might not be artists. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Are you guys enjoying what you guys are hearing today? Because she's more amped up than me. She's had her coffee and she's just nailing it one after another. Boom, boom. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just enjoying the ride.
Yeah, you're quiet today. Yeah, normally you're more talkative.
I'm not really quiet, but
what's going on?
Nothing. I'm just, you know.
Why aren't you engaging?
I'm being an spectator here right now.
A spectator?
Spectator. There you go. I like spectator. I make up words.
No. It's not. But yeah, so changing perspective, being positive, not dragging someone along, forcing them to look at themselves to say, you know, am I looking at something incorrect or through the wrong lens? Not incorrectly, but just through the wrong lens. Yeah. And also being patient with each other, because awareness is personal and they're not always going to catch up at the same time. We don't always catch up to what the other one's thinking at the same time.
You just did something really, really important here. It's not just about being patient, but when someone is operating at a different vibration, at a different level, they're
like you right now,
they're
in our
positive.
Talk?
What?
I'm just teasing.
I was talking about when someone's operating at a high vibration. I didn't say a low vibration. High vibration. I've been doing some big canvases. I may be a little bit worn out.
You're like tired from all the painting.
Yeah. So guys, but when someone's operating at a high vibration, here I go. I'm gonna put my game face on. I'm gonna bow. When someone's operating at a high vibration, guys, what happens is that they are very aware of their surroundings.
Yeah.
They're paying extreme attention. It really comes down to attention. They're not thinking. They're not up here. They're operating with their heart.
Oh, thank you, Kelly.
What are you reading?
Kelly says that I'm on a roll and you're just letting me do it.
Jeez, it's so true.
Kelly's got your back.
Bam. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, but someone's operating at a high vibration. Mm-hmm. It's because they're so aware of the space. And when someone is not, they're in their head, they're thinking about, man, that clerk made me upset. You know, they're thinking about, you know what I mean?
It can be really hard.
That's why you're in a negative state.
It can be really hard to shake people off. I know that there are people in my life I've had to distance myself from just because it's hard to shake them off.
You're like,
yeah, it's like,
back away.
I can't, the energy sticks, you know what I mean? And you're just like, I find I'm grumpy afterwards.
Well, yeah, some people the energy sticks, but also what we do is that we'll indulge.
Yeah, in the mind.
In the mind too. Mm-hmm. And we think sometimes it's just the world or someone else, even though it's true, it's proven to us that some people just rub us the wrong way.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But I think our choosing to indulge in it is what makes it worse.
Yeah.
Like something could be like, oh man, I don't want to be around that. You know?
Yeah.
But it's different to be like, I don't want to be around that, and I'm going to make it a thing all day why I don't want to be around that.
Totally.
So now you're indulging in it. You know, now you're the person people don't want to be around. You basically mirror them.
Oh, yeah.
Powerful, huh?
Yeah.
Bam.
Which is why it would be so important to communicate with your partner, because you don't want to mirror those negative habits.
Yeah. I mean, communication...
Well, mirror neurons are real. So, yes, you did make a good point.
Oh, I like that. Scientific.
I'm not a scientist, but I know about mirror neurons.
So, yeah, guys. I think allowing the person to be one of the things that I like about this quote, I guess it's a quote. It's in one of those old books of wisdom, the Tao. It says, if you want to be straight, right? If you want to be straightened up,
right?
Like I don't know, like be a positive person or whatever. I think it's what it's talking about. You know?
Okay.
Allow yourself to be crooked first.
Like to bend.
No, like allow where you are. Allow the feeling.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that many times we try to force the other person, like, you have to be like this. You got to be positive. You see me being positive. And then now the person that's trying to pay good intentions is being the negative one.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
And indulging in that negativity. You know, so there's no room for a solution.
Absolutely.
I think one of the things that has helped us here in the studio and in our marriage also, in our partnership, is that we communicate a lot.
We do talk a lot.
The thing that could, yeah, there you go.
I'm just teasing.
The thing that could go wrong there is that you overdo it. Right. And then it becomes procrastination to change.
Yeah.
For change.
Yeah,
right?
It does.
Like, how are you feeling today? Like, F no. Like, no, come on. We have to move away from that. You know?
Right.
Like, one thing is to recognize that the person
what we were talking about the other day, that because I think a lot of times when you overtalk things, that you can share, like, reasons why things happen, which really are hidden excuses. Yeah. We've talked about this one before. Our hidden excuses not to try harder, right? Or not to move forward, or not to take a jump at something, right?
Absolutely. Right. Every time you start operating with, let me see how I feel. Let me see how I feel about that. Let me see why I feel about that. No, the only reason you have all these feelings is because you're not moving. It's like another quote by Albert Einstein. Life, he said, it's or something along these lines. I'm giving it a loose translation. Mm-hmm. Life is like riding a bicycle. The only way to maintain balance
is to keep moving.
Mm-hmm. Right? And many times we think we're going to achieve balance by stopping and being like, oh, let me internalize this.
Process. Yeah,
this.
totally.
And every time you do that, what you're really doing is you're making the water muddier. And you're trying to find solutions in the thinking of it. And that's not like Albert Einstein. Again, today's about Albert Einstein.
It is.
You can't fix the problem with the same state of mind you created the problem with.
Yes.
It has to be a different state of mind.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So, man, nailing it. See, I told you this coffee was going to kick in sooner or later. Bam! Dropping bombs.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's a good one.
That's a good one, huh? Yeah. Hey, what do you guys think? I think guys, if you're later seeing this in YouTube, tell me you love me. Don't be hating on me. Tell me you love me. I love everybody.
How do you shake off? Okay, so we know what it's like to work in a partnership, but when you have to engage in people that you're talking to online or whatever, do you find that their negative comments can be...
No, you're taking this somewhere else. This was about us. I wouldn't even go there.
I'm just asking, like, how do you shake that off?
You just you don't engage in it. If you engage in it, you're drinking the Kool-Aid. Mm-hmm. See, you have to guard your space. This is one of the things that you and I always talk about here in the studio. We practice.
We do talk about it.
You have to guard your space.
Some days are not good days.
You have to guard the castle, right? Your castle.
Your mind castle.
Your mind castle, mm-hmm. because whatever goes through the mind goes to the heart. And if it goes to the heart, it's too late already. Now you just kind of, not too late as in it can't be fixed. Too late as in now the emotions are playing.
You took it deep.
I went, huh?
Yeah.
Boom! Another bomb right there.
Hard.
Yeah.
It does. I mean, that's when you talk about... Yeah, that's when you talk about, like, just things that just rub you the wrong way, right?
All day you're spending your time in negative. See, because we're filters. This is what many people don't seem to get. As professional artists, this happens a lot to us, and we don't see this. We don't see this coming. You are a sponge, is a filter. And as you're observing, you're watching the news, you're watching your family members talking about certain things that rub you the wrong way, or maybe like, oh, why are you an artist? You shouldn't be an artist. You know, go get a real job, right? Or mom and dad are telling you, I told you I had money for you to pay. And this is what dad. Son, I told you to get a real career.
Yeah.
You know? And, you know what I mean? I had the income for it. You know, I had to you had the opportunity, you know, that kind of thing. So you're really taking all of this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, you're taking all of this stuff. You're talking to your spouse and their spouse is like, dude, we gotta pay that rent. And you're like, oh man. You know, so you're filtering, not that there's anything wrong with being reminded of realities, but you're taking all of this stuff. And if you don't take it at face value, like, okay, these are just words, you're gonna start playing with them, making cake with them, and before you know it, they're gonna go into your heart.
Yeah.
When they're in your heart,
and you're gonna have like a 5-tiered cake to eat.
Yeah, and you're gonna eat it all alone. You're gonna eat it all alone, and then you're gonna want to give it to your partner. You're gonna be like, "Here, have some of this negativity."
It's so true, because how many times are we like, "Oh, this tastes bad. You should try it.
Here, you should try this." And then it's like a shitty day.
That's exactly how negativity works.
That's how it happens.
That's how it happens. It's like, whoa, this milk tastes bad. How many times has our son been like, this smells weird, taste it? And then there we are, we're like smelling the milk and tasting it.
Yeah.
When did it expire?
Yeah. We do that. So we have to guard ourselves. We have to be careful with ourselves. Like, what are you listening to? Are you staying informed? You know, on TV, online. Here's another thing. It's not just TV and the media. If you're an artist, many times what happens is like, oh, let me go listen to this new podcast. Let me go listen to this new thing. Let me learn more. And what happens is that you're stretching yourself so wide and receiving so much input.
Yeah.
That you analysis by paralysis.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I don't know where to start. I'll just do what is your body gonna do once
this rest? It wants to rest.
Mm-hmm. It wants to be tired because it's overwhelmed. It doesn't know how to move forward.
Yeah.
And then you become negative. And then that's why when people are like, yeah, well, Jose is able to do this because he's got Lisette. You know? Or you know what I mean? People start coming up with all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean? Not that I can't. You know, not that.
No, I get it.
You know
I get what you're saying. I totally get it. Yeah. So things that we do to keep ourselves in a positive mindset. Although it's habit, right? It's total habit.
It totally is.
It's a total habit to do it. I have reminders on my screensaver of sayings that I think are really important to me that keep me in that mindset. You write down your goals and remind yourself to stay positive.
But here's the thing. We started out by
signs up.
Totally. You want to be reminded. By the way, guys, I'm making some posters. I'm in business mode. I'm making some posters. Go check them out to my website, my personal website.
Read one of them.
Jose Trujillo Art. I have them back there.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys.
Sorry. I'll show you.
Business mode.
I'll show you. Yeah, business mode. Here's the pitch.
Without the.
Hey, you know what? Because you want to stay in a positive vibration. So you want to have stuff around you that reminds you of that. Have it on your wrist. I'll be doing some more of this. You know, like stay positive. You know, just paint. I have some that we're having made. Some of these little wristbands. Why? Because you want to have it with you at all times.
Absolutely.
You know, you want to have a post or something. If you don't have anything right now, write it on a cardboard and write it. You know, stay positive. Don't mind the little stuff.
Yeah, see the opportunity.
Because as an artist, you need this, and not just as an artist, but just as a person. You need all of this, right?
Yeah. Well, it's funny because even like today, so for example, we live in Arizona, as we've told you guys. It was last weekend. It was literally 90 degrees, and I kept complaining that I wished it was sweater weather because I bought sweaters and I want to wear them. And today was... How cold was it today?
I don't know. It wasn't
like 53 degrees.
For her, she was like
and
this.
I was like, it's so cold. It's too cold. I think I even kicked on the heater. Yeah. And it's so funny how quickly we forget to be grateful for the things we've been saying we want to come. Right?
Yeah.
And even when you work together and you see like, the point of that was as you and your partner, your work partner, your studio partner, or people you work with, colleagues, things like that, begin then to make the changes to see things in a more positive perspective. As they come, encourage them and allow them, right?
Right.
Like, instead of me, the example of the cold weather would be like if I were like, oh, I wish you weren't so negative all the time. And then you have a day where you see opportunity and you're happy. And then I'm like, oh, he's bothering me with all his opportunity. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, by the way, that does happen.
And so the thing that comes into the thing you've been wanting to happen is happening, and you're kind of ungrateful for it, right? Like me with the cold weather. I got to wear a sweater today, but I was like, oh, it's so cold, I need a blanket. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you've been buying sweaters.
I've been wanting cold weather.
She's been buying sweaters for, I don't know.
So if your partner starts to be positive and starts to flip the discussion, look at that as a way to amp yourself up or to put yourself streamlined into that positivity, right? Well, and see it as it's coming. Be the awareness too. That's what I mean, is to be the awareness. Because I didn't realize that I was being negative about the weather, even though I really wanted cold weather. Totally. I wanted winter weather. Yeah,
but and also, guys, the resistance is people complain just in general. We complain.
That's what it is, resistance. Yeah, it's what's comfortable.
Yeah, we complain. Yeah. Like, for example, people are like, oh, if you go to the doctor, they're like, oh, let me fix your teeth. People will complain about the price, but you've been crying about getting your teeth fixed for the past 20 years. Yeah, you know, as an example. I don't know, and so people just complain. We just complain.
Yeah,
you know?
Totally.
Like you get the art exhibit. You get the art exhibit, and then like first you're dying to exhibit your work, and then you get the art exhibit, and you're like, oh my god, I have to slate those packages. You know?
Yeah.
I have to make those paintings. I have to frame. And then you start complaining because people are normal. Everybody's a complainer.
Yeah.
Everybody complains.
Hello.
And it's okay to complain, but you have to put it aside. Like, complain and put it aside. Like, be like, okay, I know I'm complaining because people complain.
Totally.
Right?
Totally.
But now I'm going to put my big boy pants on and do it. Or big girl pants, big person pants on. Bam!
Your positive pants.
Yeah, positive pants on. All right, guys. This will conclude today.
Oh, we're ending already?
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Good job.
Yeah.
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 It was good on the time today. It was me that wasn't.
Yeah. It's a 30-minute show, guys. I can't make it longer because I got to go hustle some...
He's gotta go paint.
I gotta go hustle some stuff. I gotta go get some. Gotta go get some of that cake too.
But today was fun, guys. Remember to be positive. I found this quote the other day, and we want to end it because we ended with an Einstein quote, but now we're ending it with a different one. Motivate and support your partner. You are both a work in progress, so grow and build together.
Ooh, I love that. See, keep that one.
Yeah.
Keep that one.
I like it.
Partnerships, guys, is where it's at. If you don't have a partner, being an artist is a lonely, lonely effing road. You need to get yourself someone to help you. Get yourself someone, a friend, anyone, any partner, a friend, someone who's like, dude, my ship is sailing over there. Are you going there? Are you going somewhere around there? So we can like use both of our energy to go there.
Yeah, totally. You know, our son came home from school the other day and he loves to sing. And he says that he has a friend who's always telling him, you're a great singer. I love when you sing to me. Yeah. Find that person that's like
only
that's going to support and empower you to keep moving forward.
Only surround yourself. If you must spend time with people that don't root for you, spend very little time and take it with a grain of salt. But if you're going to spend time, don't sabotage yourself, guys. If you're going to spend enough time with someone, make sure that they are the people that you say, oh, I'm going to do this. And they're like, how can I help?
Yeah.
Not just, oh, that'd be nice. How can I help? That might be 1 out of 1,000 people. It doesn't matter. Find that one person. How can I help? She came to me once. She's like, I want to open a boutique. I want to open a clothing boutique. How can I help? How can we get it done? How can we get the ball rolling?
Yeah,
right.
It's fun.
You've done the same for me. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start creating artwork, and I'm gonna start selling artwork online. Mm-hmm. And she did the same thing. How can I help? Where do we start?
I said we have nothing to lose.
Let's do it. Or you want beyond nothing to lose. So there you have it, guys. Kelly says thank you for this, guys. It was wonderful. You are a beautiful couple. You gave me words that I'm glad, Kelly, to hear today.
I needed to hear them today too.
So did I.
Yeah, they're good reminders.
When we're sharing, we're actually also we're also getting our deal right.
Yeah,
our mental deal right.
Yeah,
as well. We're reminding ourselves. Take care, guys.
Have a good day.
Give us some hearts.
Happy Thursday. Drink some coffee.
I thrive with hearts.
It's giving us life today, I think.
I want some hearts.
The cold weather's making me sleepy.
Have you figured out how to do people share anything on this? Can you share? Can you tag people?
I don't know. We're gonna figure that out so that you can share this with your friends.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Adios.
Bye.